concerned.
Extremely worried, Don, and rightfully so. It took 15 years of careful planning and rigid regulations to get Mercy's heliport. If it's moved, as the city is considering, doctors say it would endanger the very people they're trying to save.
There's no doubt that moving a site away from the hospital or the hospitals in general would kill some patients.
It defeats the medical system. It would be the same as putting a lock on the operating room door.
On the left, Stats Angel 1, in service 1984. On the right, Allegheny General's Life Flight, in service 1978. Each year, when minutes count to save life, they transport nearly 2,400 severely injured and critically ill patients to hospitals and trauma centers.
Go ahead. Push a little harder. Press. And one cannot spend any minute that you don't have to spend getting them to the kind of care they need.
But there's a chance that could happen.
We feel there's a tragedy waiting to happen over there.
Zoning Commissioner Joseph Mystic talks of Angel 1's recent crash near its Mercy Hospital helipad. Now the city wants to move the pad away from neighborhoods and hospitals to a river site. It would mean flying to a pad on the river, then transferring critically ill patients to an ambulance for a possibly time-consuming ride to hospital.
A good percentage of those are so precarious, so sick, that to delay another 15 to 20 minutes, up to 30 minutes, depending on the traffic, would be really jeopardizing, I would say, half of those patients.
It's not just Mercy's helipad that could be moved.
The Commission is very concerned, primarily in regard to the Allegheny General Hospital Service, which at times flies over Martin Luther King Elementary School on the north side.
Life Flight Director Fred Peterson says Mystic is wrong.
Our FAA-approved approach and departure path takes us south off the helipad, and then there's a hard east turn made over hospital property, which then takes us over the Cedar Street Park. We're quite a distance from the school building itself, and we're actually outside the boundary of the play yard to the east of the school.
To move Allegheny's helipad would cause problems not only for patients, but the highly skilled flight crews who care for them.
They must maintain their intubation skills, that is, putting in airways, starting IVs, and doing things like that. You can't do that in a laboratory. You can't do it in an off-site airport, and you can't do it in a barge in the river.
There is no question that critical patients need what medical helicopter transports can give: rapid delivery to life-saving care. While there is risk, one thing no one can argue: 3 crashes over 7 years have brought no injuries, no fires, or property damage.
The helicopter is a delicate medical instrument. It needs, therefore, to be judged in medical terms. And we can do that without throwing the baby out with the bathwater and saying, because there is an added risk, we must dispense and completely eliminate that risk.
Public hearings on the matter are expected in September. Those involved will be there to urge city officials to leave the heliports where they stand. For the critically ill and the severely injured, doctors say it's really a matter of life and death.
I can't imagine putting a helipad on the river, taking the patient from the helicopter to an ambulance, then to the parkway.
Well, you can imagine. Now, imagine the parkway. It's always under construction, and the jams that get there, and trying to get a critically ill or severely injured patient to any hospital.
Yeah.
One of the things that I didn't bring out is that rapid transport helicopters save 85 to 90% of the patients that they transport. Without those helicopters, a lot of those patients are going to die.
Okay, thank you, Marilyn. When we come back,